Look, y'all, Lulu already done told somebody. She told Carly. Okay, so we're gonna start with Felicia now. So Felicia ends up bringing in James. He ended up breaking his arm because he slid off the roof. And Willow, Isaiah, wasn't it just Willow, and Isaiah? They was helping him. They ended up helping him. And Isaiah was talking to Willow and something about transferring to the ER. Portia and Rick. Okay, how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about Portia telling Rick everything? She actually took Ava advice, and he ends up telling her basically, that right now hold off from telling Curtis the truth. I said the worst thing you could do. Worst thing you could do. And what did he say? He was gonna look into her best chances because she's worried that she's gonna one, lose Curtis, two, lose her medical license as well as her job. And then they said that she could face criminal charges as well. I think so. But I was like, look, you do going through all that trouble and you keep on saying how Curtis values honesty and all this other stuff. But you still, this is bad for you. It's like she learned nothing. But yeah, I think Rick ended up telling Portia that he was gonna look into it to see what her best chances are. So hold off on telling Curtis anything, but play along with Drew. So she ends up texting Drew. He ends up coming and she agrees. She agrees to help him mend fences with Curtis or whatever. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. Cause why, even though Rick said something about the case with Heather is over with or whatever, it's in the past, but don't when new evidence come to surface, it could get reopened or something like that. I don't know. I don't trust him still. I definitely don't trust him still. Then when he was rushing out, Rick ends up rushing out, and Elizabeth was trying to talk to him, and he got on the elevator in a rush. So I was like, okay, like, what was that about? Like, was that because he in a rush to try to find out information to help her? Or was it against her to do something against her? Because I thought it still matters. I don't know. We'll see though. We definitely will see. But yeah, I don't think trusting him was a good idea and taking Ava's advice. You should have just went told the truth. Well, I think didn't Ava say at first though? Didn't she tell her to just tell Curtis the truth? I think she did, if I'm not mistaken. Sonny and Alexis. I think she ended up stopping by. She asked Sonny why he bought Valentine Place, and they was talking about it. I think she ended up giving him some paperwork or something like that for Diane, and he ends up bringing it. Might as well get that out the way too. He ends up bringing it over to Tracy, not to Tracy, to Gio, but Tracy acted like it was about her. I said, oh look, I'm over here trying to figure out. I'm like, okay, so Tracy is Brooklyn grandmama. Look, I'm trying to do the math. The math ain't math. I was like, hold on now, she Brooklyn grandma, right? So it's like that would make him her grandchild, her great grandchild, something like that, right? Yeah. All of them was just sitting there having a little family moment and don't even know it. Don't even know it. But I said, yeah, it's going to be some mess. You can tell already because Tracy over here butting heads with Sonny. They was just getting along that day. They was talking about Luke. But yeah, they butting heads or whatever. She felt like Gio shouldn't sign no documents. He didn't look it over, though. I be telling people all the time, you better start reading that stuff. Better start reading that stuff because they could put one little thing, one little line in there that completely erases everything they said prior to that in the previous paragraphs. I be reading stuff, or at least I try to, anyways. But yeah, I do agree that he should have read it. But he was saying, Sonny was saying something about Alexis and Diane both looked over it. But I think before Sonny came to the Court of Mains, Gio had came in and told Tracy that somebody was out there surveying the property, and Tracy let him know that she's the one who brought him in because she doesn't trust Martin or whatever. Once again, I think they just building this whole Tracy Martin thing up for them to end up being together, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Also, look like Jocelyn gonna be on tomorrow's episode, y'all. But yeah, with them, they was eating and she invited him to stay. That's when Sonny came, brought the paperwork, and Tracy looked at it. Sonny had started Geo Education Fund. So everybody was against what Tracy was saying. Look like Ned saying on tomorrow's episode that for once he agrees with his mama or whatever. And I said, wait until y'all find out all y'all connected once again. I said, they gonna find a way. What I always tell y'all, they gonna find a way to make these folks related some type of way. Next thing you know, Isaiah gonna be related to somebody in town. But yeah, I still don't trust. I still look. It's a lot of suspicious stuff going on. But to finalize everything with Gio and them, I had wrote down, I said the grandparents fighting already. And that's when I had to calculate it. I'm like, okay, they all. So I think she said that Olivia, Lois, and Tracy all the grandparents or something like that. Tracy just the great grandparent. Yeah, I said the grandparents fighting already. Sonny got Gio Education Fund. Tracy said absolutely not, saying they gonna handle. I said she mean, but at the same time she caring. Like I don't know how to put it. She a Sour Patch Kid. First that's sour, then it's. I was like, look, I don't know how to put it. Like she be mean, but at the same time, I don't know if that's just her way to show she care. I said they didn't bring Gregory back or something. She mean. But nah, I was like, maybe this just everybody showed differently. But yeah, she said they gonna handle his education stuff. I said, wait until the truth comes out. They finna be at it again. But the good news is he can make his own decisions. He definitely can make his own decisions or whatever. But Sonny ends up leaving. They said something about they was gonna walk him out. Lois ends up following Sonny back to his place. How she knew where he stayed at that fast? I don't know. But yeah, she ends up coming to apologize about what Tracy did. And Sonny ends up asking her if she thinks that he should just stay away from Gio. I said, well, you should have stayed away from all these people, to be honest, because you not playing a dangerous game, but you live a dangerous life. But, people pick and choose. Once again, next week, right now they complaining about him. Or if Tracy is in a way, next week they'll be asking for their help. I would stay saying that, because they do, for real. I think Elizabeth and Drew just talking about the program that he started there. They was talking about Oscar and everything. That's when Kai and Trina came. And basically, I think Kai gonna be helping with the program. Lulu and Carly. I think this is the one thing that stood out in the episode because the secret finna finally be out. And a lot of people are conflicted. A lot of people, on one hand, people saying that Lulu should mind her business. On the other hand, they saying Dante has a right to know. Yeah, I know where I stay at. Where I stay at. In the middle. I stay in the middle right there because I see both sides as always. As always, I do agree Lulu should mind her business. Technically, she wasn't looking for the information. It just fell into her lap. Then she sit up here dropping papers and stuff. But yeah, technically she wasn't looking for it. I said she gonna show us her name, Lulu. What's her real name? Leslie Lou. Show us her name, Leslie Lou. But I don't know. I know she's supposed to confront Brooklyn on tomorrow's episode and tell her what she knows or whatever. I said I knew she wasn't gonna hold nothing. Carly tried to convince her. She did her best though. She ends up bringing up Bobby's situation and the fact that I didn't even know. Like I know they was talking about Carly. Like, I've heard that Carly came to town, and I don't know if they said she was cunning or Sam was cunning. Somebody was cunning somebody or something like that. But I didn't know, like, the whole adoption situation or anything like that. But, yeah, I'm glad they gave that little background information. But, yeah, Lulu over here. Oh, already, don't sit up here and spill the doggone beans and stuff. I told y'all, these folks can't hold water. At any time. So, not only do Lulu know now, well, first Martin, but he a lawyer. So, Martin, now Lulu, now Carly, and then she was saying how she feels like Carly would tell Sonny. She was like, I understand if you would have to tell Sonny. She was like, back in the day, she would have ran to Sonny and told. But now she ain't going to do that for this or that reason. I said, now, okay. Now I'm trying to figure out how they related. So her kids would be what? Would they be cousins? I don't know. Shoot. Let me see. Because Donna now is Sonny's. That's his grandchild. What would they be cousins? I don't know what they would be. They some kin. That's what I know. I told y'all all these people gonna be related. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so Carly tried to convince her that she don't want to ruin things. If she say anything, it's gonna destroy a lot of stuff. But Brooklyn don't even know it's a boy, so that's gonna be news to her. That's gonna be news to her because they said on that one episode, they said she was like, I wonder, I don't even know if it was a girl or boy, and Lois just looking suspicious and stuff. Still on today's episode too. But yeah, I don't think Carly did a good job. She tried her best, but this girl finna tell. She already confronted Brooklyn, saying, why should I do you any favors after what you've done? I said, she really can't stand her. Now she really ain't gonna stand her. I said, no, she really ain't could stand her. I was like, but yeah, so Carly was trying to convince her also that, Brooklyn's not at fault. She was young, this and that. We don't know what happened back then. And she's like, yeah, I know. I'm not blaming her. I'm not blaming her. The next thing you know, yeah, this is typical Brooklyn. I was like, yeah. I said, Dante, make your choice. I was like, oh my goodness, Chase wanna get ready to, I don't even think he knows about Dante. Can y'all hear me? Hold on. I don't even think I don't even think Chase knows about Dante and Brooklyn. I was like, this stuff you should tell folks. This is stuff you should tell them so they won't be blindsided. I tell y'all all the time. All the time. My bad, it's finna go dead. Let me try to hurry up get this out before it does. Cause the charger, I don't know where the charger is, somewhere. But Natalia said, well, Alexis. Okay, question. That knife looked very familiar, but I can't remember. Did Alexis do something with the doggone knife, or was something did to her with the knife? I don't know. Did that lady, Ava's sister, what was her name? Did Ava's sister, was that the knife she held to Alexis' throat? Look, maybe I'm remembering this wrong. I don't know. I just know I remember that knife. But yeah, I skipped over part. First it was Natalia said, well, she goes there asking him, she won't answer, saying she won't answers or whatever. She wanna know what he wants with deception. She brings up Sonny or something like that, saying you came to pursue Sonny. He's like, no, that would be you. And she was trying to get information out of him about whether or not he trying to go after Sonny, one. And the second thing is if he was trying to take over deception. I wanna know what he doing too. Look, I'm ready to know. I feel like it's gonna be interesting, but at the same time, we'll see. Alexis ends up showing up, so that's what caused Natalia to leave. I think when she came there, she said something about she ain't gonna be his lawyer or something like that. She don't like what she heard, and she brings up the fact that he was held in shoot. he was held in. He held Jason Danny's dad up in Africa or whatever, and he's still over here making it seem like he innocent and stuff. Like he don't know that's not what happened. Look, he funny though. Look, the villains be making the show interesting though. I hate to say it, but they do. Sometimes they be making the show interesting. But yeah, he playing these folks' face. But he was like, she was like something about she not gonna be his lawyer or something like that, and she hate that place, so she about to leave. So when he went and got the box, he was like, I have something for you, and she like, there's nothing you could possibly have for me. You might as well burn it or something like that. So he brought it out. Why I thought it was gonna be, what's that necklace they always talking about? Why I thought it was that necklace they always talking about? What's it called? The Ice Princess or something like that. I can't remember what happened to the doggone necklace. Cause sometimes they be like, okay, it's gone, it's lost. Next thing you know, they got it. Then they saying it's a ripoff, it's not the real thing. So I was like, what is she gonna do with the Ice Princess? Look, but no, it was a knife. He had a knife, and I was like, what? I said, look for me. I can't remember. I know one of y'all remember. Let me know down below. But yeah, I think that's everything, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, this is Hey Girl, what's the name you say?